This is KKTV 11 News This Morning.
The reason why I'm contacting you today, you're at 44 in a 20 school zone. It's the reason why you're going so fast today.
Now this officer takes his job so seriously, he even paused our interview to pull someone over for speeding in a school zone. The new this morning, what local police are changing up to make sure your kids stay safe. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Rebekah Hager.
And I'm Adam Atchison. We want to check in with the 11 breaking weather leader right now. We traffic and weather together for you to get you well prepared.
Thank you. New this morning, local police are cracking down on drivers who speed through school zones.
No, it's too bad. 11 News reporter Jenna Middaugh is live near Jordahl Elementary in Fountain. Jenna, I know it's dark now, but this is about the same sort of environment that you actually saw somebody committing what police would consider an offense there in that school zone.
Corporal Steele says the Fountain Police Department tries to have 1 or 2 officers in a school zone every day unless there's a traffic crash or another call that they have to respond to. Reporting live in Fountain, Jenna Middaugh, KKTV 11 News.
It is so important to just slow down. It's so easy in school zones. Thank you, Jenna.
6:03.
We're looking ahead to the weekend now. Millions of people across North and South America will have a chance to see a total lunar eclipse. There has not been one in the U.S. since December of 2010. This will start Sunday night. So I'm here with Sydney in the 11 Breaking Weather Center to talk a little bit more about what to expect. You're tracking clouds, all sorts of things. When's the best time to see it?
Well, we are going to be dry for Sunday night, so that's
Good.
some great news for those of you who want to watch the lunar eclipse. Back to you guys.
Should be pretty cool. Thank you, Sydney. New from overnight, late last night, an argument led to a deadly shooting at an IHOP in Huntsville, Alabama. There was a problem between a customer and a worker. It escalated when a customer walked out, grabbed a gun, came back inside the restaurant, and started shooting. A short time later, police were called to the scene. They say there's still a lot to sort out.
Right now,
Police have confirmed that the customer and an IHOP employee died. Another person who was injured is also an employee and is expected to survive.
One local family.
New from overnight in Australia, a 21-year-old exchange student has been found dead. Victoria police say she appears to have been seriously assaulted. Her body was found in a suburb of Melbourne, Australia. Investigators say the woman was talking on her phone to her sister, who was overseas when the attack happened. That sister then called police. Investigators think the attack was random.
The victim was a random attack and opportunistic. Yeah.
It's awful. Police plan to be out there investigating the crime scene today. A man is facing charges for suspected plans to attack the White House. 21-year-old Hasher Taheb is from the Atlanta area. Prosecutors say he planned to attack with a homemade explosive, an anti-tank rocket, and other weapons. A federal prosecutor announced the arrest yesterday in Atlanta. Now, the other buildings reportedly include the Lincoln Memorial, Washington Monument, and a synagogue. The FBI says Taheb was acting alone. A tipster turned him in.
Officials from CDOT are going to be there to answer all your questions that you might have about post-construction situation there along the road.
That seems so far away, but got to be planning. We have an update this morning now. Investigators say several factors led to the avalanche that killed a man in southwestern Colorado. 40-year-old Peter Marshall was killed earlier this month. He was with a group of skiers taking part in a 3-day avalanche safety class. Investigators say the group was traveling down the mountain together. All 6 people were caught in the avalanche. Now, the group also reportedly misjudged the avalanche danger for the terrain. Looking ahead, if you did not pay all of the taxes you owed for last year, you may get a pass. Yeah, you heard that right. We'll explain just ahead. And a live look at Colorado Springs this morning from our Phil Long Audi Cam as we get started on this Thursday. We have updates on weather and traffic every 10 minutes here on 11 News this morning, so you are always ready to head out the door.
hey, Rebekah, back to you.
Thank you. Right now, Colorado Springs police need your help to track down someone. Investigators say last November, someone was attacked outside a bar called Bernie's Place on Circle Drive. The victim was arguing with someone else when police say they were assaulted and seriously hurt. Now, they believe that this guy on the left side of your screen is a person of interest in the case, so they do want to talk to him. If you happen to recognize who they are, call police right away. We have some new video into our newsroom this morning. While you were sleeping, a volcano erupted on an island off the southern coast of Japan. Officials there say it blasted rocks and ash into the air, but it didn't cause any damage. No one was hurt, so that's good news. But you can see in this video all of the ash. residents in the area say they felt the ground shake for several seconds following the initial explosion, and some decided to evacuate after seeing a big cloud of black smoke. This morning, everyone is back home. Officials say they are safe.
That's good news. Time is 6:18. Astronomers used it to see dark matter for the first time. These photos are incredible, right? It looks like works of art.
Well, I'm sure following the Hubble telescope, we'll have something even better and more amazing.
We got a few good years left.
Yeah. Well, she may have silver hair, but she is still a golden girl. Betty White turns 97 today. She was born back in 1922. It's funny the way we say that. Now, we just want to wish her a happy birthday. 97, still going strong.
Yeah, still making us laugh. Love it.
Yeah, absolutely. She has a lot of fans.
Happy birthday.
If you still haven't paid all of your taxes from last year, you might not have to worry about it. Ahead, who is getting a pass from the IRS?
Also ahead.
Welcome back. It's 6:22. Please take a look at your screen right now. We are putting this couple's face out there because police are still looking for them. Torrin Smith and his wife, Raina Smith, were both expected in court earlier this week, but prosecutors say they didn't show up. Raina's attorney says he talked with her on Friday and was expecting her to be in court this week. That's when she was supposed to be sentenced for witness tampering and child abuse. Now, her husband, Torrin, is accused of sexual assault on a child. He worked as a worship leader in Lake George, west of Colorado Springs, before he was arrested last year. If you know where either of them are right now, please call police right away. A lot of you might remember the Motorola Razr. For some millennials out there, it may have been your first cell phone. The Wall Street Journal reports the legendary flip phone may be making a comeback as early as next month. It would be a $1,500 foldable screen smartphone, so a lot more money. The Wall Street Journal says the new Razr will be exclusive to Verizon customers in the U.S. Samsung has also been teasing a foldable smartphone since last fall. Now we are taking a studio poll. I want to know how many of us have had a Razr. I had a Crazer.
I didn't. I started with a Nokia phone. Was my first one. That's what I think of when I think of iconic phones.
Really? Yeah,
but I
that's
remember
true.
the Razr out there. A lot of my friends had it.
My first phone was a flip phone. It wasn't a Razr, but like everyone in my family had one. I remember being obsessed with the hot pink one.
Oh yeah.
Let's
They
bring
were a
back
big deal.
Yeah.
hot pink phones. I know you can buy cases now to put on your iPhone, but that was like the coolest thing.
Flashback to high school, that's what everybody wanted. I didn't have
Right?
that. I had like another flip phone. I had Snake on it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Quite
guys,
the improvement though.
$1,500?
Yeah, I won't pay for
That is
Hard
a
pass.
lot of
You,
money for
Adam,
a
hard
phone.
pass.
And I think it's going to have to be big too when you think about it. It won't be that
Yeah.
little tiny flip phone like it used to be. We'll see.
Curious to see how similar it is.
Yeah. Well, for this morning, our temperatures still.
Let's get a look outside before we head to break one more time. Beautiful view from our mountain camera, as always. We're keeping an eye on weather and traffic because you know, here in 11 News this morning, we have it every 10 minutes. Want to make sure you're prepared for the day. Is developing this morning here at 6:32. We have some new information about the case of missing mom Kelsey Barrett. We've learned now attention is being directed to a landfill in southern Colorado. Management at the Midway landfill south of Fountain says they were contacted by the Colorado Bureau of Investigation about a potential search, but we don't know if investigators have been out there yet. A waste management spokesperson didn't answer any questions about when the timing of the search would take place. Kelsey Barrett has been missing since Thanksgiving. Her fiance is now facing murder charges. Her body still has not been found. A fundraiser has been set up for the family of a bull rider who was killed during a competition. Friends say 25-year-old Mason Lowe died doing what he loved. He was trampled by a bull during the PBR shootout competition at the National Western Stock Show in Denver. He was bucked off a bull. The animal stepped on his chest. That's what killed him. The bulls on average weigh up to 2,000 pounds.
That no vest probably would have helped.
It's incredibly sad. PBR officials say they don't think the bull was, targeting Lowe when he was killed. So the bull competed in the finals last night where there was a tribute held for Lowe. If you want to help out, we've posted a link to the fundraiser on our website. Just click find it.
That looks rough. Meteorologist Sydney Jackson is tracking this weather as it moves across the country. Didn't they just get over a storm in the Midwest?
Yeah, they can't catch a break across the central part of the U.S. this morning. Let's go ahead and get a look at our rate. That's a lot of snow.
And it's cold too.
Yeah, the good news is, in the Midwest, they know how to deal with it. We're both from the Midwest.
Yes.
We know that.
You stay inside.
Yeah, you stay inside. The plows are in full force.
Yep. You waited out.
Hopefully everyone just stays safe during all of that.
Sydney, thanks.
This morning, health officials want you to keep an eye out for some symptoms of the measles after a person at the center of an exposure visited Denver over the weekend. The person who had measles was an international traveler and made several stops in Denver. Those stops are on your screen right now. Measles is highly contagious, but it is easily preventable with the vaccine. All the places the traveler visited while in Denver are also posted on the homepage of our website, kkTV.com.
And it means earlier detection. It's currently being tested by some doctors in Europe, but it could be rolled out more widely as well.
That could be amazing for a lot of women. New this morning, local police are changing up how they do things in order to keep your kids safe. What local officers are doing just ahead.
But first, what Facebook has on you.
New this morning at 6:45, even with all the recent reports, a lot of people still don't know what information Facebook is gathering about them.
New York Times is reporting that 3/4 of Facebook users didn't know that it actually lists their personal traits and interests for advertisers on its site. It's according to a study by the Pew Research Center released this week. Yeah, they're listed on Facebook under ad preferences. All you have to do is click on advertisers and you'll see it.
Yeah, someone on our staff actually visited that section. They found also a list of companies running ads based on your personal information. It's worth noting that most of the people were not comfortable with what they saw when they discovered all this. People have learned more in recent years about how they're targeted for online ads. This study suggests many still don't know how much of their behavior is tracked, where it's compiled, or even that Facebook has a page that lists all of this information.
But it's good to know now, right? Targeted advertising is the core of Facebook's business, which brings in more than $40 billion in revenue every year.
So important to know how much of your personal life and information is out there.
And why when you search something, it may all of a sudden show up in your Facebook
Your
feed.
interests, your views, all of it.
Well, check that out. It's a good place to go. This is
Local police are working to make sure that your kids are safe as they go to and from school.
Just ahead, what police are doing differently this morning to try to catch more speeders in school zones. New this morning, local police are changing their hours to try to make sure that they can patrol school zones in the morning and the afternoon.
Yeah, important times of the day for kids. 11 News reporter Jenna Midda is live near Jordahl Elementary in Fountain. Jenna, it looks like this school zone there is going all right now. Your time right now is 6:55. We have an 11 call for action alert about a recall involving Kia vehicles. Take a look at your screen. This is some of the vehicles that are affected under this recall. The problem is a fuel pipe problem. It can spark engine fires. Now, these cars may have been under a previous recall and not repaired properly. So you can see all of the different vehicles under this on your screen. Usually NHTSA oversees recalls, but Kia is actually acting on its own because the agency is mostly closed due to the partial government shutdown.
Her body has still not been found.
This case has just captivated the entire nation. We'll let you know when we have updates. Let's take a look at what's coming up on CBS this morning.
Calm conditions this morning, a nice afternoon back into the 50s. Not going to feel like that tomorrow, though.
Okay.
Enjoy it today.
It is winter.
Get
after
outside
all.
today.
Yeah. We always complain, but, we're
We could
understanding.
be getting 2 feet of snow. It's
Yeah.
on the way to the Northeast this weekend.
Look at you on the bright side. Glass half full over here.
All right, well, enjoy the day. We'll see you again about 7:25 for a news and weather update.
Have a good day, guys.